The aim of this presentation is to teach you how to draw a sphere of influence map. The purpose of the sphere of influence map is to show how far people have travelled in order to visit Harrogate on the day that you carried out your questionnaires. You will in fact be drawing two sphere of influence maps, one of which should end up looking like this. You will need your results sheets, a ruler, a pencil, a base map and a compass. The results that we are initially going to be plotting are for those people that lived within 30 kilometres of Harrogate. So you have the 53 people who live in Harrogate itself and the others who live within a 30 kilometres radius. So for the time being, ignore those that are in the bold black print. It is these figures that you are going to be using. We are going to draw circles on our map to represent the distances of 10 kilometres and 20 kilometres from Harrogate town centre. So you will use your scale and set your pencil and compass to a distance of 10 kilometres. Having set your compass, you will be able to draw a circle with a 10 kilometre radius around Harrogate town centre. You'll place the point of your compass at the central point of Harrogate. I used the O of Harrogate. You then reset your compass and draw yourself a 20 kilometre radius around Harrogate. The next task is to complete your key. I've used one pencil line for one person here. I then measured 2 millimetres and took it into a point like so for 2 people, 3 millimetres for 3 people, 4 millimetres for 4 people. Coming into this point is quite important. You will find that draws a much neater sphere of influence map. Just as a reminder, the information that we are going to be using for this map is this information at the top of your results sheet. 53 people from Harrogate and the remaining people from within a 30 kilometre radius of Harrogate. So, one person came from Ripon, so I draw using a ruler, a straight line from Ripon to Harrogate. Likewise, one person came from Wetherby, a straight line from Wetherby to Harrogate. 2 people came from Otley and 2 people came from Ilkley. Note my lines are 2 millimetres wide at the Otley end, coming down to a point as it meets Harrogate. You might need to look up some of the places, and if the place is not marked on the map, you will need to add the place name, such as I believe Bingley isn't actually marked on the map. As 53 people came from Harrogate itself, I simply put the number 53 in the Harrogate area in order to represent this. So your final map should look something like this. Note that we've added a title, there is a north pointer, there is a scale, and you should have your key. You are now going to draw another sphere of influence map. This time it will be showing those places that are more than 30 kilometres away from Harrogate. You will need a map of the United Kingdom. And as this map has not got a scale, one of the first tasks you need to do is to try and calculate to what scale the map has been drawn. In order to do that, find out the distance in centimetres between Leeds and London. You then can Google the distance from London to Leeds. Note, as the crow flies, it's the straight line distance that you want. Then a quick calculation should be able to give you how many kilometres 1 centimetre on the map represents. You could then draw your circles around Harrogate, possibly using radius of 30 kilometres, 60 kilometres, 90 kilometres, etc. You then continue as you did before, adding a key and then drawing the lines on the map to represent the places that people have travelled from to visit Harrogate on the day that you carried out your questionnaire. When finished, don't forget to give your map a title. Well done.